check in with you guys throughout the week. I did have a guided message this morning, and it was really unique. I was really drawn to this number plate, and I was like, wow, that's a unique name. And I Googled it, and it's Anya. Now, Anya can relate to being gracious and kind, and it's really unique that with the full moon in Pisces, it's a little bit like, we're moving into that shadow. And we're maybe looking at circumstances again, and I can feel at the minute that the collective is split. And what I mean by split isn't necessarily that we're split, it's that we are looking at the yin and yang, but we could be seeing some energies on some sides of the polarity, and it can be very fixed, rigid, and emotional, and the other side can be very spiritual and in disconnect. Hi Deb, how are you? How is everything traveling? I'll have to have a chat with you at some point. Going down that rabbit hole of creativity, I think, us Libras. Anytime I think of one thing, I'm thinking of another. And I was listening to a bit of an astrology video, which ended up being audio on the way home. And, with a lot of the transits really going down the rabbit hole of the way we're restructuring, might have been with a lot of shake-ups. Hi, Giggle. So I think collectively we are having this reset, but I do feel those of you in the twin flame path, it's almost like the feminines and the masculines at the minute are really getting into their own personal mission, ready for the mission, if you know what I mean. So what do I mean by that? It's almost like whatever's stirring in your soul is calling you, and it can be a great creative idea. And in this astrology reading, they were talking about Saturn and Neptune. And in the initial stages, Saturn is deemed as the logic, as the reality of a situation, but it's actually showing us the polar opposite. It's showing us one basis of society's reality, but Neptune is showing you the exact reality. So I think with the downloads, if you can really learn to trust your intuition right now. I shouted you. Oh, did you, Dale? Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to be pretty busy in 2022. I think you're going to be pretty busy in 2022. I think we've just got to fingers crossed that we can get everything done, right? She's my soul sister. I love Deb. So, okay, what I am seeing, the sign I saw this morning was Anya. And Anya means to be gracious and kind. And it does come down to Hebrew. It goes down to different, religions and spirituality. Pisces is very 12th house. Hi, Rebecca. So keep your fluid up. Your base chakra can be a bit out at the moment. You can be getting, very bloated. You can be getting blocked. You might need to, and it's quite purgatory. And there's different stages we go through for the masculines at the minute. Now, when we talk about masculine, feminine, and this was a subject that came up this morning, both Giggle and I were talking about it. We are the yin and the yang, and especially in astrology, you can look at masculine attributes when we talk about it in the twin flame path, and you might stumble across it. Priestess Gorgeous actually talks about this. There's other channels that cover twin flame path, and sometimes for those of us early on in the path, it's like we want to know what's happening. Your energy will directly dictate what is happening, and it sounds crazy, but hear me out. By your own frequency and your belief systems of where you think the connection's at, you can actually shift it very quickly. So if it's a little bit like looking at your life and going, oh, gee, I've got X, Y, and Z going on right now. If twin flame come back, it would be better. Or if you're thinking you've got X, Y, and Z going on, oh, I don't think I could handle a relationship, and that we're actually sending signals out. So we need to be very aware of our aura, of the intention we're sending out. And at the moment, because it's the full moon energy, we might have a little bit of attachment because the shadow sign of Pisces is Virgo. So in the shadow of the two signs, it is similar to masculine, feminine. We're going into the yin and yang. So on the monkey mind side of things, we're trying to maybe control something. We're having a value of how it should look. And so, my advice would always be, if it really looks unattractive, move into the acceptance. And it's not that you're accepting that style or whatever you're looking at is okay. It's that you're looking at it, make peace with it, and disconnect like it's an old story. And when you do that, it dissolves that storyline and discards it because you don't resonate with it anymore. So it's not saying, from a humanistic experience on the twin flame path through my process, when that was happening, I would logically think, how is that possible? But no sooner do you generally come to terms with things and you move into the detachment phase where you're really nonchalant. You're like, yeah, that's not attractive. And you won't be angry. You'll just be exhausted. It's release. If you can move into that Pisces vibration, you're directly attracting that new chapter. When we're controlling it, the stagnancy comes. So if there is something in a sense that's coming up in a control factor, or you're looking at something and you feel that they need to move X, Y, Z, tune out of that and say you don't resonate with that, and I'm telling you, you'll have a bit of a shift in it. We're going to pull some cards and we're going to have a look at it. I do feel for the feminines at the moment, and we both have feminine. It's not to be angry, but for the feminines at the moment, we can be embodying a lot of masculine energy. Libra actually is a masculine sign. Mercury is in its retrograde stage. It's gearing up already. Pretty much even in the shadow, we're at that, okay? And again, the fatigue is to help you purge the ego, so trust it. It's trying to get you exhausted so you don't involve yourself in the scenario and you let go. So, that purgatory experience of the ups and downs is there to exhaust you, so you just go with the flow. If there's something you need to do, do. If there's not, let it go. Burdens, hard work, stress, achievements. We're upgrading. We're integrating. It's crowning energy in the joint. It's the stress points. It's like, let it go. Let it go. Coming up, something coming up, let it go. What's crossing you? Okay. So funny. Card dropped out. Love it when it does this. Some of you are like going into that, got to get things done, got to move things. Trust the process. It's a little bit like a garden. And I said this to a client yesterday. Some of us actually, when we do things, yes, it's planned, right? And yes, at times, if you've got a great deal of experience in life and you know how something goes, yes, it's natural to plan. Other things which we have experienced in Twin Flame Path, nothing ever goes according to plan. Twin would say this to me all the time, stop having plans, and it's more he was teaching me the element of attachment, of perfectionism, and, the empath in the early stages, we want to get things right. We're trying new things. We might have had family members that we had directly dealt with and maybe walked on eggshells and had to understand their energy. So it's natural that we do that. So, at a point in my journey, it would be similar to building or painting. You put something down on the canvas and how it's going to turn out is really how it's going to turn out. And it usually, with its natural process, a little bit like a tree growing, it takes on a beautiful demeanor and it adds a feature to the garden. But when we're trying to make something fit, sometimes they can overgrow each other. It kind of feels some of you are operating in the Empress energy. It could be left or right. You're thinking about, where's the karmic situation? What if the karmic's there? What if they're not? I kind of feel it's almost like you need to recoup. And again, from the collective energy between masculine and feminine, there are emotions that are coming up. Some of you are feeling the vibration of the divine masculine, of their emotional phase, and you can body it in different ways, and it can be senses. Giggle and I talked about that this morning. So your sixth sense will be smell, taste, sense. It can be hearing maybe somebody's voice and it sounds the same. But your sixth sense is tapped into that of the divine masculine at the moment. And sometimes that can happen also when you are not thinking about them. So more likely it's because you've detached and you're feeling their vibration, they're thinking about you. I do feel if they aren't showing reciprocal energy at the moment, it's because they're deeply in their intuition. And their gut is quite nervous, but it's more the stress point, the tight gut, the knots in the stomach. I also feel, we're going to pull some cards also for the third party, and that's only to see, again, where the stress points are, maybe what some of your Ascension symptoms are. I feel from a collective consciousness point of view, both masculine and feminine, both the emotion and the physical action are coming to a stress point. And so there is healing that your body is feeling tired. So you're needing to take a 24, so to speak, and allow the integration to happen. Karmic. Ooh, they're not having fun. What's coming up for the karmic, please? Okay, they have a vision. They have a vision of what they want, what something looks like. How do they feel towards... Ooh, okay, masculine. You get to see these cards. We'll do super chats after, should you wish. Feminine, you guys aren't making any foolish decisions. You could be a little bit critical towards yourself at the moment. You got the Fool card in reverse. It's almost like, yeah, no, are we, no. It's, you're not feeling sure. You're in protective mode. You're not feeling sure. You're intuitively tuning into it. You're in your rational mind, but you're also assessing the danger. You are safe. This is what you've got to understand. When we have attachment, it's like if I do X, Y, and Z, obviously, it's like walking into a building, you know, things are falling down. No, it's not safe. It's rational. You're in your logical mind. It's only when this comes up, are we feeling that we have no control? And we do actually have control. We have control in a sense that if it looks great and we're choosing to, great. If it's not, we don't have to. But there's something at the moment that you're looking at and you're weighing up the pros and cons, which obviously we know. I feel in the past, I think the thing of where a lot of the feminines are at is that, how do I put it? It's almost like in the natal stage, you realized the potentiality. And it's not that that's a bad thing. It just never reached its ripe phase. It doesn't mean to say it's not going to reach its right phase, but it's the disillusionment of such. Again, that is because we have Neptune and Pisces. So we're having to face our shadow. We're having to look at it maybe from the monkey mind. We're logically looking at it going, okay, you know, is there a third party? Is there, you know, communication issues coming through depending on where you are in your journey? But you're assessing it and you're not wanting to do anything foolish. So you are coming to the table with a logical mind, but you're also gauging the vibration. I do think if there has been a demeanor that your divine masculine has taken on for those of you in communication most recently, I think it's kind of confused you. It's a little bit like if something happens and you're going, am I overreading this? Am I presuming that this person feels this way? And I think you're in two minds. So you're not, it's a bit like, okay, I've seen the green light. I think they're saying go. But you don't, because you're looking at the traditional nature of life, it's blocking you from looking at it that way. It's kind of making you second guess yourself and overthink it. But I do feel for many of you, it's almost like you're observing either in physical sense the divine masculine or in spiritual sense. However it's playing out, something's not matching. You're kind of getting a bit of poker face energy coming through. But you do know that in the past, there was every potential that was so. In the heart of it, I think, you know, you kind of feel at times you're being open-minded, but you need them to be also. Some of you are wondering, have they awoken enough? Are they going to be okay? And, you know, don't let that define you. Don't let where their vibration is at to define you. And this was a fallacy that I actually had to outgrow in my twin flame journey. That with that, it was almost like, okay, if that person's at this particular level, how am I going to exist? And it was like, it shouldn't define you. They can be high, low, you know, wherever they need to be. As long as you are on your correct axis and there's the healthy boundaries, it won't affect you. because you're not allowing such to do so. But I kind of get this vibe that there potentially is maybe going to be an opportunity. You're willing to hear a person out. You're willing to look at all sides, but it feels as though you're needing to hear something, okay? And I feel no matter what, you're open-minded, but you ultimately do spiritually feel from a situation that they're directly going through at this point in time is that they're delaying the inevitable. It could be that they don't want to upset anyone, and that's what you're, because you're getting that through their aura, you're kind of feeling, does that mean they're not going to do anything? Is this going to take forever? It's almost like that notion of not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings, where it's physically choosing themselves in order to actually physically choose you. But I do feel they're awake. I just feel they're having their mental process of physically tuning into, okay, how does this make me feel? But it's permission-based. It's really strange. Their aura is coming through very much almost like they're fighting their demons in a punching ring. And they know who they are. They know what they want. But by society's standards, it's like that's not appropriate. But that's their belief system. It doesn't necessarily mean it's what society wants them to be. But I do feel they're seeing almost the fallacy in those statements and feelings, that it's still coming up, it's still an issue. So sometimes when we're ready to maybe flee a nest of a situation that doesn't resonate with us anymore, we can go into that negotiating, that it's going to get better, that it might feel different tomorrow. And I think that they're seeing, and universe is giving them the 3D examples, that something does have to give here, and it's not for this person's vibration, because it continually comes up. You're going to be clarity. So you want to have the utmost of clarity of mind. For some of you, you do have a picture in your mind. Some of you are actually feeling this person very close by to your home. Some of you are almost a bit spooked. It's like you feel the energy in your house. You can feel maybe somebody is spying on you. Also, during this transit, the one thing I can say is, when you do get to a stage in the journey, which is what I talked to Dawn about this morning, you won't need to use smudge as much. You won't need to use crystals as much, because you will be that. You will become that vibration that you actually can detoxify. You can clear it. You will be in awareness. If the demeanor in your body changes, you will know how to deal with it, and you'll be able to flush it. But I do feel it's almost this frequency you're tuning into, like it's ever so now. And I feel for most of you, it's almost like you don't necessarily have an attachment to if they do or don't. But I feel for that pocket of you, it's like I'm seeing them physically coming to your door. I feel trust your intuition, okay? I'm seeing that some of you are going to see an image on media, and it's like whatever the view is, step back from the situation, get grounded, and view it properly. I think there's a bit of a clue, and it's going to give you some clarity. Yeah. Okay, some of you are wanting to know how loyal this person will be to you. And so I'm hearing, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I am. The proof will be in the pudding. I think it's something that's going to be said. Some gesture that's going to be made is going to show the commitment they have to you. I also feel there could be something that has happened to you in the last week to 2 weeks that is mirroring your twin flame. That can be in many shapes, but it feels there is a bit of a mirror going on, and it's almost like, I think after that situation is resolved, I feel you're going to get contact. Interesting. I do feel that your foundation at the moment, if you're listening to friends, okay? If you're listening to friends and they're maybe giving you loving advice, it is coming from a place of love. right? It's coming from a place of love. But the ironic thing is, they have your best intentions, right? They got your best intentions, but universe will bring you what you believe. So if you're finding in the last few weeks you've been seeking outside yourself and you've been maybe turning to people, and sometimes we know what they're going to say. Sometimes it'll be, look, I really want you to do this, or I think you should do that. Take on board what they're saying, but make your own decision. But usually it's because you're in that negotiating stage psychologically in your twin flame path and you're trying to comprehend. And there's a lot of lineage related to twin flame path, I'll say. With the lineage, choose for self. We kind of shake up families. We just do. It's part of the twin flame path. We don't mean to, but it's part of our destiny. It's you know, it's like a domino effect. I'm sensing that there may be, you're happy being alone. It's important to get to that stage where we can actually be 100%, look, I'm good without. Because when it comes in, if you need to create a healthy boundary with your friends, your family, it could be with the work-related situation, you're going to be able to do it effectively. And then it won't define you. So it won't matter who that energy is. And, you know, twin flame path is very, very intoxicating, one can say. So the more you can have your nav man and your personal energy in control, the more you won't control the external and you'll be able to, you know, go with the flow. But there does appear to be some lineage-related dynamic where on your side and divine masculine side, it's sort of like, okay, I need to sort this. I've got to do this. This is my role. This is what, you know, you've had to be extremely independent. I do feel divine feminine at the moment. It's almost like you are embodying divine masculine energy in order to maybe tackle some of the circumstance. And I feel if you had done that in the last few weeks, it's almost that it has shown you your divine independence, but it's also now making you a little bit tired. So you may need to recoup and rest. I do feel ultimately, you know, there is something that is on its way out, and it's pretty much it's saying through your cards, you sense through your 5D that this is just a matter of time. Now, on divine masculine side of the fence, I do feel they're healing, okay? I do feel they could be a bit run down, which does make sense. This can be fatigued, foggy, irritable. There could be a little bit of codependency there due to the transit of the full moon. But you find in an aspect of the twin flame path that if a habit was there, it won't work anymore. So if you fear that this person won't be coherent to view issues and they may use things to pacify a situation, there does come a point when your third eye is open and the aspect of the awakening is happening that it won't work anymore. And I kind of feel that they're purging an old vibration. So if they've gone quiet, you're not hearing from them. I'm feeling 48 hours max. But it does feel there's this integration. I also feel all these changes that they've been going through, it's almost like juggling and trying to hold everything afloat. It has been quite futile. It's running them down and they know something's got to give. I don't feel in their, you know, their past, they were really wanting to be loved and accepted for who they were. But it was to do with themselves. It wasn't to do with you or a karmic or a mother or a father. It was something inside of them, in a sense of a mission that they were trying to complete this task. I do feel that they also want to make a grand entrance into your life in fashionable style, with feeling fully confident inside themselves. And I do feel when they were around you, they do really feel that their own vibration. They feel that you look at them as a king or a queen, you know, that you look at them like they're up here. I feel they miss that. And I feel, you know, that they felt that they really did win when they met you. You honored them. You could see their potential. There was praise. I just feel that they're trying to say, they acknowledge it, that they meant something. I feel where they've got to at the moment is, you know, they want that romance back. They want that chivalry. They want to turn back into that. They want to turn time back. That's what I'm saying. They want the romance, they want the spark, they want the chivalry, they want the playfulness. And I feel that has really been lacking. I do feel they realise that, you know, if this continues, it's getting quite toxic, but it's not the connection. It's a subject that's occurring in their life. But I do feel, again, for those that are single, it's like they're looking at it and they wish they could turn time back. We have the Devil card, and I'm going to pull a clarifier on it, but I feel this is where Divine Masculine's at. They're looking at the devil in the detail. They're looking at life as though if they continue on this path, number one, it's going to make them sick. Number two, they know how they were seen in the past. Hi, Kerry. Number three, they want chivalry back in their life, and they want to be that. They want to be your knight in shining armor. They want to be everything, but they want people to know. How do I put it? Yeah, and sometimes we want to be told, hey, by the way, that dinner was good, or, you know, and no sexism here whatsoever for whatever you're able to do within your own abilities as a human being. It's nice to be viewed. And that's another thing, feminines. You may have noticed, and you'll always know when you're ready to get communication, because no matter be it the masculine or the feminine, you will start getting a lot of attention. And you'll be ever so nonchalant. You'll be like, where did that come from? I do feel people are starting to notice Divine Feminine, but I also feel it's because this energy here is waking up to this next chapter. Now, it doesn't mean they're not awake. They are awake, but they're in this pressure cooker energy of knowing, number one, this is going to be a lot, but if I stay here, it's going to make me ill. Something's got to give. I know who I was before. I want that human being back, and I want people in my life that love me for who I am, unconditionally. I want to be playful and naughty and cheeky with a person that I have a deep emotion with. And I feel it's almost like there may have been some choppy vibrations between feminine and masculine and crosswise, but the playfulness is coming through. And again, you know, the Devil card in Tarot, I'm not getting this as a bad thing, because I don't feel they're choosing it. I feel they're physically looking at it like they can't pacify the situation. They're physically addressing. And so I think this is very positive in this instant. I'll pull a clarifier. It's almost like I feel they're going to address the toxicity. They're not running from it. They're addressing it. And it's the devil in the detail. So this can be a person, place, or thing. But I also feel that it's they're feeling quite addicted to you. Let's see. This can be where they're trying to tame the beast and not come around you, not talk to you, maybe react like it's okay. It might be very, and it feels this hot, cold energy is very temporary, although this is part of the path. But this isn't what I'm channeling right now. The channeling is more to do with the fact that they're trying to get their life together. They're trying to concentrate, but they're finding it really hard because all they're thinking about is you. And they know that you can see through the lie, okay? I don't feel this is negative. I feel, okay, who are they addressing with this Devil card, please? Who are they addressing? I feel it's a contract or a commitment they have, but I also feel it's Divine Feminine. So there is a face-off. My birthday was yesterday. At least Christmas. Well, Venus will go retrograde at Christmas. After this moment, after watching him have no control. It has changed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel, they know they don't want to be in prison in their situation with their emotions. But this appears to be a confrontation. I'll pull a chakra card. I'm not feeling a negative one, though. I feel this is them directing their energy in a particular direction. But I also feel a D&M with Divine Feminine. This feels like it's a conversation with a person they're wanting to be with. I feel it's coming through subtly initially. It's hints, insinuendos, but I'm getting this vibe that this person wants to talk directly to you. Okay, so for the Karmic, and I have pulled the Karmic's cards, they got the Magician in reverse. He had a fit. I thought I was going to lose him. Really changed things. It's hard, man, because, you know, when we have had wounds, I think the thing is we need to realise is sometimes, you know, are we self-sabotaging? Sometimes are we getting upset about things and then it puts it in perspective? And sometimes, you know, there are things that, you know, happen that need addressing. But, you know, usually we can work through those things, especially the closer into union with self you get, you have more tools to be able to handle vibrations. Okay, what's this? For some, it could be to do with the job. For some, it's also to do with the family that's breaking down. Okay, karmic energy, please. How are they relating to? It's not going anywhere. I feel with yellow chakra in reverse, there's a lack of motivation and creativity. This can be to do with their work, to do with a connection. It can also be to do with co-creativity. Okay, karmic energy, please. Yeah, it feels like a direct conversation. This can be information or confronting this person. Okay, what are they going to do? Towards the Divine Feminine. Ooh. There you go, Divine Feminine. I took Sacral Chakra. I feel as though the longer they're away from you, it's like they can feel your energy. But the funny thing is, look at the 5. Now, the crowning energy is 5. And I feel it's by you saying, no, go level up, go do what you need to do. Yes, I know we have a physical connection, but we also have a spiritual connection. I do feel there's chemistry there. But I kind of get this feeling that how they do, it's almost like over here in your side of the read, it's like, yes, you know, something's got to go. So this poker face of what have been going on and maybe just testing the waters, both parties really, you know, restating the obvious, it has come to a head where divine masculine just, you know, when we were at that stage and we were like, just give me a sign. I think you've given them the signs. They had felt cautious because they felt maybe the same as how we felt. Would this be a success? Is it going to be okay? Again, their gut, even talking about this, my lower gut is churning. It feels so ever so nervous. Okay. Ooh. This could be a conversation that's about to arise. And I do feel for some of you this is because it's in the outcome setting here. You're going to get clarity of their commitment to you. But I feel both parties have been super nervous the last 3 months. And I kind of feel where it's got to now. There may be new conversations coming to the table. And these conversations can be just to cause, you know, some sense of calm. And from that calm, it can be okay. You know, now we get the trust. And I guess, you know, Pisces is asking us to trust the dream and to let go and not control. Masculines come into the attribute at the moment of Mars. Mars is in the house of Libra. It's not the natural element. So therefore, if they're in a karmic relationship and it's not working for them, it can cause conflict. The other is that Neptune is in the house of Pisces. They also, it's funny because we have the prisoner card here and it's the 12th house. It's the house of imprisonment. Where is it? It's in reverse. It's like, that's the outcome. No, they're choosing not to. They're choosing not to. They're looking at the loyalty. They're wondering whether you want to reconcile with them, but they know they have to be consistent and face the devil and close the cycle out. And I feel it's a direct conversation with these individuals. Hi, Stella. So that they can show you that they're strong enough to do that of what you want. And the funny thing is the crowning energy is 5 and the connection to you is a 5, which means they will be willing to make the changes. Now, on the karmic side, we have the Magician in reverse. And, this can be manipulation. It can be delusionalism. Again, Neptune and Pisces can create that in us. It might be habits and substances and maybe mind games and things to that degree. In their heart, they want a connection. In their heart, they have a wedding. They feel it's but they, this could be another person. This could be another person they're tuning into. They also could be a little bit of tit for tat. It's like, liking the chase, but they are aware of you. Okay, they're aware of you. Very interesting. Oh. Okay, the download I'm getting is they thought this was something that it didn't end up to be. I feel as though, look, there might have been chemistry. It might have been really great at a point. They may have, and the guidance I'm being shown is that they really did believe that this was their person. However, what I'm seeing here is some of them are actually tuning into a different individual. As 3 may be a rebound that they ended up with these individuals and, hadn't really healed from the previous energy. I feel some of them have got quite comfortable with where they're at, but there is tension. I do feel there's conflict. It may be a view of what a traditional connection is. We have been talking about magic mushies for a lot, and that is due to the fact that Neptune is related to hallucinogenics. That may be in 2022 a big subject coming up. Yes. Okay. So I'm seeing that it's almost like they've got whatever this conversation is. It feels as though the conversation is giving them information. They thought their foundation was strong. They thought they could tame the situation, control it, manipulate it. As above, as below, right? Strengths. But it's a view of what their foundation was over a reality. And there is manipulation here at play. And that is relating to this connection and potentially towards the connection towards you. But I feel whatever's being said, whatever occurs, they have to walk away. It's making them walk away. I feel ultimately because there is a conversation that goes down between these two individuals that gives them almost that shut door. And I'm going to pull a clarifier. I'm going to pull a native spirit card. And then I have the joint energy for feminine and masculine. There's the tower. So I feel this is almost like Uranus and Taurus. It's chemistry. It's an override of emotions, of energies, and something coming to a head. This can be you feeling the vibration of a conflict that's coming through. Yeah, it's almost grounded, this whole connection. It's like they thought it was grounded, but they're having to take a grounded approach and realize a reality. I don't feel it's necessarily they're enjoying what they have. What is being said, please? What is this relating to? Yeah, how they feel and who they're in love with. So this can be they are going for another connection. I'm not feeling that though. I kind of feel that may have been a point, but I feel this is the divine masculine merely saying, look, it's what they've said that's shutting it down. Yeah, and they feel that it's only going to be, how do I put it? It's like they're enemies. They're now enemies, and they're being their own worst. I don't feel how do I put it? They don't want to negotiate. They're angry. They're like, it's something that is said that is so matter of fact. You can't cross wires. It's like, I see you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like when a person comes up to you and says, look, I'm going to answer all your questions, but I have to say to you, there is no basis for this. I can't see this going anywhere. And they're like, no, but this is a connection. And this person is saying, look, and it's funny because when I'm looking at the lover on my side of the fence is looking to the past, away from this individual. They're like, no, I need to tell you, I am literally in love with somebody else. I'm looking to the future. Pisces, my dream. And this person's looking at them going, what? So they knew this. But why? Because they were manipulating. You don't need to manipulate if you know. Do you know what I mean? Early stages in twin flame path, it can be enabling. You know, it's like, I understand, you know, you got X, Y, and Z. No phone call. You get a phone call after 3 weeks. You're like, yeah, man. You know, you're just standing back. And I feel by standing back, it's allowing divine masculine to work out what's going on. I'm seeing that between you, it's going to be a bit of a shake-up. You may feel the vibration through the 5D to the 3D. You could get news coming through in relation to this. Why? Because this recovery, you're going to feel it through your auric system. You're going to feel it. I feel it's because the masculine had to heal before they were able to do such. There might have been a family member or something to do with children that was there at a point for some groups. But what I'm getting is it became a burden. So that's what we were letting go of, is bringing in new energy. I do feel for those of you that have been in communication, there might have been some cross wires over the last few weeks. But I do feel it's easing up and the passion's reigniting. I just keep hearing like a bat out of hell. It's like coming in, they're not thinking. And you know, sometimes that's good. I'll be perfectly honest. Sometimes controlling and, you know, psychoanalyzing and critiquing, you know, we've got to be angels. It's like, I'm not saying that we're supposed to be bad. I'm not saying that at all. But this person, it's almost what it's showing to me is it's an unstoppable force, and the unstoppable force can be the spiritual connection as well as the chemistry, and it's coming in. It might shake up people around you, but it feels like it's coming in nevertheless. You don't, neither of you know where it's going, but it's the initiation stage. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm baffled. I can't wait. This will be unique. Let's go. Any questions? Whatever it is, it feels it's after this Pisces moon in the next 48 hours. I do. Something's shifting. Whatever this is, it's moving fairly quickly. You're probably going to feel it in your body first. But I do feel it's through Mercury retrograde, because I'm noticing this tower here with fire. And we currently have Mars in the house of Libra. So it's stir-ups. And we've got, you know, the Empress here. There is a left or right. There's an ending of one cycle to move to the Empress. Okay. Any energy for you? How are you doing, doll? Have you been weepy? Why am I picking up weepy? Gonna pick up on my deck. Why am I picking up emotions? Are you exhausted? Are you retrograding? Psychologically, do you know what I mean? It feels regression work. It feels spiritual regression work. Emma, my partner had doll. Yeah, good old Pisces, crown chakra. Do you know, I've been saying that a lot, and my twin flame journey, I share some things, but there's a lot I don't share, and that's for the integrity of the human being. With my close clients, I give, obviously in private, I'll give examples of situational ships. But that's one thing in the twin flame path we do actually have to face, and that's integration, right? And so when we have these near-death experiences or fear of that, it's almost that our shadow is having a moment, and universe is giving you a different way to heal over a previous wound. And I can guarantee you it will be linking back to another person that you had lost in your life. The construction industry shut down and there was an earthquake today. What, the one they're working in? A lot of the things that are shutting down at the moment, it might not be completely permanent. Some of it will. Victoria. Yeah, see, because Venus is retrograde, right? I've got to get this right. It's strange because Mercury is in Venus. Mercury and Venus can be to do with contracts. We also have Uranus and Taurus retrograde. Australia is Taurus. Next year for trade in Australia will be very good. But, it depends on the zodiac, right? So the zodiacs at the moment with Pisces placements, which this is probably the first time I didn't get to do every zodiac sign for the full moon in Pisces. But with what zodiac is Adele? Yeah, Uranus and Taurus, it's very lightning orientated, but because the full moon's Pisces, it's in Neptune, which is undersea and lightning. Yeah. Well, Mercury is, again, the things we do, the things we say, it's contractual at the moment. It's probably not the best time, to go out and socialise astrologically. It's probably not, if I'm perfectly honest. I mean, our desire is, a lot of us are swapping contracts, changing contracts. He's Gemini, Sun Virgo. Yeah, see, the Virgo element, Virgo rising, the shadow sign is Pisces. Now, the shadow sign for him from the Virgo energy, and the older we get, we tend to relate more to our rising. So I always look at both. But from the Virgo placement, the 7th house is contractual. And the 7th house currently is Pisces for him. So that's relationships. That's fearing losing. That's losing jobs. And it doesn't have to be. It could be, hey, I don't like this job. I'm going to go get paid elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? Or, hey, a chapter in this story has changed. So I'm going to that next level of employment. And that's why those things are happening. They're to transfer you over so that you can move. But, it sounds crazy. Even from the Virgo placement, Virgo can be to do with health and psychology. Virgo's health, it's something happening to him. And Pisces, it could be due to health or diet or nutrition. Do you know what I mean? And the funny thing was, because we have Venus in Scorpio at the moment, we have to be careful with what we eat. Got to be careful with what we eat at the moment. I have been picking up... Don't ferret, Dale. There's great growth next year. All of what we have lost, we're regaining back. We're going to find really unique ways. Sometimes it's because the universe is placing us elsewhere. Sometimes it's that we are moving to another location. But I don't have a bad feeling this week. Don't panic. I'm telling you, half the time, universe has a better story for you than you even believed. Yeah, be excited, because I have a good vibe around you. It's natural, but, I felt this vibe. It's almost like shit, when you get to that, you're kind of like, oh. But I kind of see open land. I don't know why I'm seeing a different location. Temperance, you're doing things in moderation. There could be documentation that you'll need. The balance is coming financially, but it might be money coming towards you in a big chunk. for Virgos. Virgos at the moment, it can be iffy just for a little bit, but not for too long. And then it's going to start picking up again. Your 11th house, how do I explain it? I would say keep an eye on for home and movement. It's been pretty tense for you guys, but come that eclipse, I believe the eclipse is either in October. You'll probably find by October, and especially around that eclipse, you might move home. You might upgrade. But whatever's closing out is coming up, okay? But the closure energy from that near miss with him is showing you something else to heal. And it's also making it, it's almost like, okay, we've got no tomorrow. What are we going to do? Do you know what I mean? It had to happen. Something had to happen for that. But it's awoken something inside of you that's going to help you to move in a very present manner. Does that make sense? I have good vibes. Near the eclipse in Sagittarius, I'd say there could be a home movement, but you'll probably find it'll come through October. It has brought you closer. It's made things real. It's like, let's get serious energy. Okay, who is the next person? I'm away with the fairies. Hi, Char. How are you doing? Okay. Leo next. And Char. Well, you're lucky, Leo next. I know you're twin zodiac. See, when we love each other in tribe, we get to know each other's energies. Let's have a look. Astrologically and psychically. Well, he might be more energetic for you, Leo next. He can be a little bit more moody. Health can come up, but he should have more vitality, and it can be very strict. So, you know, psychologically, I feel he's tuning into what he needs to address. I also feel he could be getting a bit run down, but his energy is going to be up and up. That's okay, sweet. Like I said, I'll be doing astrology by country at some point, and then we can have a basic gist of what's happening. But I have looked at Australia's birth chart, and, you know, we have some changes coming. We have changes coming for you. Okay, Leo next, please, and her twin. Do you, don't you? It came through in the reading. And I think some of us, you know, like Emma, will have an MS of some description. It's like to get us real, to move us away from an egoic experience or a perspective or a vibration. It's do you, don't you? Now, both of you want the same thing. This is what we're going to get. Both of you are wanting the same thing. Neither of you want to look at the 5. Bloody 5 again. 5 has to be a synchronistic message for the collective at the moment. These changes, they're 5s. And the funny thing is, Pisces is the 12th house, which drops to a 3, which is duality. As above, as below. It's got to match. You want to manifest, you got to believe it. At the moment, both parties here have attachments. You have strong vibrations. Who was it? There was a reader I watched years ago. I love it a bit. And she wears wigs now and then. She's a stunning woman. She's a Libra. Absolutely stunning. And she was reading a book, and it was to do with people getting into connections. The connections, you can't have two masculines in a connection. I don't mean that physically. I mean it metaphorically. You know, a yin to the yang. It's like, it's sort of like there's a hierarchy, and it sounds so cliche, but it's psychology. Okay, it's got nothing to do with my personal beliefs. It's psychology that if there's two dominants, and it's the same in an argument. If both are so firm on a value system, that's really what I'm trying to hone in on. That's what's coming through with this card. We're not going to get anywhere, are we? And it's sort of like, you both are correct. Both are scared of losing something. You both have something to lose. This is what you've got to realise. But both of you want change. So you're both on the same table. Is that not good? Understand when you're communicating. Maybe if the communication comes in, I'll pull another card. Understand you both have something to lose, not one. And then we have empathy. And like I said, the message that was coming through for the twin flames was Anya. Anya or Y-A. And it meant to be gracious and kind. Right? But there's changes. Fives are about changes. It can be separations. It can be marriages. It can be moving house, business. You know, basically the Circus Act 2021. What we've gone through, right? It was a 5, vibration 5. You don't know where you're going. Okay, take one step. At the moment, through the Pisces moon, I'd say for the next 48 hours, trust the process. When things come up, deal with them. But allow universe to bring it in its highest octane. Literally say to universe, okay, I'm not going to control it logically. Bring it to me in its highest octane, please. And then let go. And I feel that's what's going to solve it. But something's got to give. But they're just setbacks. If you keep saying to yourself psychologically, oh, this always happens, it's going to attract it. It's not working. Look, there has been a few things I have been noticing on YouTube at the moment, and it might be because they're Aquarius. They got Aquarius in the chart anyway. Comments weren't working. Thumbnails weren't going up. So YouTube, if you are listening to me, I'm not complaining. I love YouTube as a platform, but, you know, this is business, right? And Mercury's retrograde in Libra, which is money, the transactional things, the contracts. You know, had to fill out my paperwork on YouTube again. Other paperwork that we need to do. Okay, who is the next? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, okay? Who's next? I'm not very organised today, am I? Was it Cosmic or it was Char? I'm sorry if I'm bouncing you around. Char. Why am I? It's funny. Sometimes I don't even look at the bloody card. My channel has completely stopped. Plus, I'm losing subscribers. I've lost about 50. Yeah, other YouTubers have lost about 200. I get subscribers, but it doesn't note it. Yeah, I can only get 3 community posts up a day, or they just don't send you one. It's a tweaking situation. South Node's in Sagittarius. Until we have that eclipse in Sagittarius, it'll get better. Okay, chart, there's this very nostalgic kind of, why am I seeing, this is strange. What's your temperature like over there at the minute? Are you due for rain? I'm seeing a dark sky. I'm seeing a doorway. It's dark, it's cloudy. You're a bit down, you're quiet. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? What's the temperature over there, doll? You're a dog. What's the temperature? 90. So that's Fahrenheit, right? See the things I have to learn? I'm going to be an American soon. I won't have the accent. People will still pick me as the Australian during the day. Yeah, because is there clouds at the minute? Is it cloudy and a bit stormy? You know, I mean, you know, we have kilos in Australia. You have pounds. You know what I mean. Oh, thanks. Yeah, because I'm saying, okay, although this is a cloudy card, straight away it was like I was feeling an energy and I saw a doorway, but it's more fashionable than that. Do you have this door I'm seeing? Is it embossed? It's a chunky door, you know? I'm seeing a chunky door. How is it opening? It's opening like inwards. And you're looking out. Am I correct? That way? Front door. Do you have at the front door? This could be a direct location. Inward. Okay. To the left. To the left, to the left. Somebody's at your friggin' door, man. Okay? I'm seeing it feels like a deep mahogany wood. It could be almost, you know how sometimes they have the very dark black kind of stained birch doors? It's dark. It's either painted dark, but it feels embossed. It's like got little box settings in it. It feels a solid wood door. It's a heavy door. Might be older, but it's heavy. I'm also seeing like a little kind of, yeah, there you go. Now I'm seeing a terrace, and I don't know whether it's a landing. You come up and it's, you know, a little bit covered. It's not huge, but it's there, you know. She's probably going to go, Yildiz, you're critiquing my home. It's not large, though. Am I correct? Because this doesn't have to be your house. This could be somewhere else, for goodness sakes. Another time, another space. I'm seeing white, correct? Okay, so white mantelpieces, is it like those old Victorian style, you know, balustrade things? It's like a little... So I'm seeing something white. I don't know what these white things are that I'm seeing, but it's ever so small. And is your property on a slope? I don't know why I'm having a slope. What are they talking about? Like when they're showing me this kind of direction. We're building the picture. Build it and they will come. Okay, it's raining, right? Now, this can be a previous memory. Driveway to the right, grass. The garden's pretty, you know. It's sparse. It's sparse. You're always in control though, Alex. Nothing can stop it permanently. Anywho, so it needs work. I'm not critiquing. I'm just visualizing and telling you what I see. So I'm seeing this. It feels very beachy. It feels very, you know, when you just, there's certain things you can and can't grow. It's kind of that situation. Plus life is busy. We've got other priorities. Anywho, now this driveway, this can be an old memory, but I'm really feeling it's not. I'm really feeling you're feeling a bit down. They want me to delete my comments, so I won't. Oh, who? Anywho, so what I'm seeing is this person actually coming to your door, okay? This is something, yeah, I feel they're turning up at your door. The funny thing is you're quite down. You're just nonchalant, you know, you're nonchalant. I think something else in your day had happened. You're reflecting upon it. You're just not expecting it. But I hear somebody at the door. That's what I'm saying. When we talk next, you can have a chat to me and tell me how it goes. This person looks quite emotional, but they want to come and make up with you. They want to come and at least talk to you. But there's something to do with them turning up at your door. It's going to end up being cloudy. It will rain. That is when I see this person coming to your door. Okay? Oh. It needs work. You make me laugh, Char. Who did I have next? Okay. Cosmic Journey. What we got? Thanks. Cosmic Journey. What am I picking for you? Your throat is crazy. Yeah, because they want to talk to you. That's why. Just acknowledge and say, be free to speak your truth. Grab some honey. Thanks for the visit at the front door, though, Chara. I appreciate it. Okay. At least we always have a good laugh, right? Okay, cosmic journey. Is it cosmic journey? I'm away with fairies. Why am I feeling a left or right? You got some decisions to make. Is there something that, is there somebody you're needing to talk to? And this could be separate to twin flame path. It feels there's something weighing on your mind. It may be that you need to actually communicate your truth and deal with the circumstance. But there's a judgment. I'm hearing the term judgment. Is it paperwork to do with finance? It's like, it feels like a contract. It feels like a document. There's something in a document sense. There's something that's been hidden from you that you're waiting for. But I feel this is separate. I feel this is something that's going on right now. Something I think we talked about this before, Dale, didn't we? And I felt there was something hidden. I'm seeing, is there a cabinet that has a key? The cabinet that has a key, I'm being told. There's something in it. They want you to understand that this is an element of healing. I know there's crap going on. But it's almost like she's saying, sod everything else right now. Just use this space to heal. And so they're showing me something with a lock. And it might be a metaphor. It could be a physical cabinet. But it's a golden key. So it does feel it's antique. It feels something's old. And it's funny because as I started saying something old, something borrowed, something new, making reference to a connection. This may have been wedding, but I also feel, why are they mentioning 2 anniversaries coinciding? 2 anniversaries coinciding. This could be your side, another person's, but that's what they're saying. 2 anniversaries coinciding. Can't believe you missed the chat. We're still going, Dawn. At the beginning of the video, I did mention our chit chat. Won't be long, Alex. Yeah, I talked about the psychedelic storm. Metaphorically, if you know what I mean. I'll have to think on the anniversary. Look, it could be of you meeting someone. It could be of the wedding she had, you know, and then a passing. But there's something to do with dates, either to do with your love interest and this person. Also, you're not married, are you? Are you married? Oh, okay. Do these dates match? Because the first thing, when I heard her say something old, I looked at the key, right? The key, I'm seeing a golden key to a cabinet. It's either a cabinet, a book, it's something like that. But she's also making reference to when she got married, there was something she had and she wants you to have for your wedding, because she's saying you're going to get married again, okay? It has come up, right? So it's like we've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's emotions relating to those finances. I don't feel like, the funny thing is, I do feel a love interest very close to you, almost trying to push through the door, let me in, let me in. Do you have a brother? There is a male energy separate to this individual who might be being a little bit pushy, and it's causing conflict. It's making you go into the shadow a little bit more to do with these passings. Her wedding veil, mate. Yeah. Yeah, well, she's saying, I want you to have it. So trust your instincts psychically. Obviously, at the moment with Neptune and Pisces and the full moon in Pisces, it's like it's these closing of these cycles. But she's sort of making reference to Don't stress too much, right? Have a look at the element of what, you know, she's saying you're going to connect and you're going to be married again. Trust the process. But she's saying take some time and let go of the past. So even if it was to your husband, there's a lineage blockage there and a correlating energy that she's saying you focus too much on. And she's saying that you are going to reconnect. Okay. Is there a male energy of any description who's being pushy relating to paperwork? There you go. Well, I hope that helps. I hope it helps. Okay, Stella. I'm at Stella now. Hi, Stella. How you doing, beautiful? Stella, are you okay? Any Libras out there, are we okay? You know, whenever I ask my twin that, he's like, YILDIZ, it's not are you okay day. And I'm like, peeps, it is are you okay day every day. Are you okay, Stella? That's okay, doll. Not really. Hugs. I love you, lady. Okay. Oh no, what happened? Kisses, doll. Why am I sensing something? The kids, work, is that the way your head's going at the minute? It's like, but there's something to do with emotion coming up. Now, this might be something that's going to come. Misunderstanding. There's a misunderstanding. It could hurt you a little bit. You do realise that moon relates to mother, so this can even be us, those of us parents, you know. Value systems coming up. Okay, number one, I'm seeing you feel something in your, you feel, it's almost like, you know, if your kid says something and then you're already having a crappy day, you feel, and I heard the term unworshipped. It's like you don't know the sacrifices, you know, as mothers, we always say that. And then we heard our mothers say that, and it's like, you know, it's true. We don't know until we do it ourselves. We've always got to walk a mile in another's shoes. You've got, you know, you're like, where did my beautiful destiny come from? When is this wheel changing? When are things changing? You're looking at the past and, you know, there was a point that, you know, it's like with work, you might be finding you're really tired, but you also know you need that. There's a reason your intuition's telling you stay, 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 but at the same time, you're kind of on the fence. It almost feels that your intuition's saying stay. That's what they're showing me. But you want to transform. You were like, I thought this would have all changed by now. What have I got the gist? You're getting restless. I feel you want to see your twin. Yeah, I feel it's almost like it's making you feel a little bit crazy. But usually, you know what? You feel exactly. But this is the funky thing. And we know this, right? Your job, I think you're doing, but you feel you need it. Because you're at the left or right. And it's almost like, if they don't come, would I still like where I'm at? Do you know what I mean? But I just get this feeling that both of you are kind of wanting to and longing to see each other. I kind of feel it's funny because it's a left or right. It feels like a left or right, but you're not surprised. You know that you are surprised, but you're not. You more so, you know, Neptune has taken you down the rabbit hole of, I can't stop thinking about this person. I feel the emotion and the frustration is, you know, feeling like you're in prison. But it is his side. Yes, I was going to say that. It's you're tuned in. And so this anxiousness, this anger, this, you know, but I thought you were going to go first. I thought you were going to go. And it's like this nagging between both parties being pulled is almost forcing you to work. But at the same time, it's that you know, you're looking at your personal values. And I think it's, I'm going to pull a clarifier. But I feel maybe it might end up being a conversation, but I do feel spying. I don't know why I get the vibe of spying. Yeah. I don't think they're in a good space at the minute, but I kind of get the notion of spying. It's almost like your desire and your lust for life is dying, and you don't want that too. And I don't think it's dead, okay? It kind of feels as though this stagnancy with doing the eat, pray, repeat kind of scenario ship, it's like something's got to give. And so your energy is feeling down. You know, your psychic energy is feeling, you know, foggy, tired, off. But I'm kind of getting that this transformation you would want it to come. So the urgency is that you guys want to talk to each other. But, you know, you're getting nothing. So it's kind of freaking you out. I do feel this person will contact. I feel it'll be via a conversation, but keep an eye on their demeanor because I feel the karmic energy around them, but I feel they're a bit more sprightly and almost coming in towards the camera, and I feel you'll get that something shifted, but that will give you your 5D to 3D acknowledgement, okay? I hope that helps, but yeah, really down, really down. For Libra, it is hard because we do have the transit happening in the, you know, moving through the 6th house. So we do need to look after our health and our well-being. Emmy doll, how are you doing, girl? I don't know. Every time I talk about Emmy doll, I just want to smile. You're so naughty, girl. You are so naughty. I love these little catch-ups I get with my tribe because I do have you guys as my soul friends as well as clients. You know, and I touch base with you when you guys are in emergencies, and sometimes I get these lovely inboxes and they're so cheeky, like Emmy doll. She sent me a photo, she sent it to her, and I thought it was hilarious. Such a Libra. I don't know what the first song I hear when I think of that. If you want me to channel, I'll channel. Oh no, here it goes again. It's sort of the temptation energy, right? You know you want me. You know you need. That's what I'm hearing. So naughty. Let's see. Now, during this time, those of you that have a 7th house transit or a 3rd house, you could be getting communication. Why do I feel he's changed his hair color? Mercury retrograde in Libra. Okay, considering we started on the basis of the photograph that was sent, I feel this is in response to what did you want to know what the response was? Do you want to know what the response was to the photo? The response was, it was fast action. It was instantaneous. And what was it? It was strong. That's all I'm going to say. You know, we have to do In the Dark Tarot at some point because it's going to be mighty hilarious. But it was instantaneous. If my twin was here, he'd say I was shocking. Okay? And I'm pretty sure he's home too. Anywho, it was instantaneous. He's trying for things not to... Oh, I can't. I'm going to laugh again. Get a raise out of him. But it kind of is your... It's doing what it needs to do, okay? I'm also seeing an airport. Good sign. Does he play golf? Yeah, coming for social reasons. Oh, this is killing me. Go, shoo. You're getting me in trouble. Okay. Now, like I said, he wants to come and, you know, catch up. But I was seeing golf. I was seeing a red t-shirt, which is strange because when I tune into him, he usually has quite traditional, classy, you know. But it felt more, it could be due to work. Where there is actually a function potentially happening in the area, but I'm seeing something to do with sport, so it feels golf. Yeah, it feels golf. I don't know why, but I was feeling golf, but I do feel it's coming to visit you for the obvious reasons. Yeah, like, yeah, he does. Well, I was saying golf and I was saying a red shirt. So the red shirt could just be merely a metaphor. But I was seeing him walking through the airport, and I'm seeing like an elevator, the lobby area. It's kind of like the airport I'm seeing him at, it's got tones of greens. You know, when you look at the glass, and sometimes glass on certain panels can be like a smoky green. That's the color I'm seeing of the grass and the glass and the environment. So if that's an airport near you, there you go. That's all I can say. And thank you for the entertainment. We can thank Emmy Doll for that. It wasn't me. Oh, my face hurts. Look it out. Next person. How you doing, lady? Kerry, how you doing? Oh, Lord. What do you want to know, sweet? Why am I feeling you have a meeting of some description? I feel, relating to your work at the moment separately, I'm seeing, and this could be correlating to something moving forward. It's almost like you're getting into your vibe, but you got marriage and home coming up. Okay? You try not to think it's going to happen at Christmas, please, because you don't want to be manifesting that. But this could be, I'm seeing a meeting, but I'm also seeing that, you know, yeah, you could be freaking out and going, oh my God, are they with someone? But I'm feeling this is more a proposal and the person coming home. This could be a visit and conversation. Yes, yes, you can keep going. I can do one more. I can do another. Giggle's probably going to fall asleep and go sodger, but... Okay, who was it? Yeah, I feel this is communication coming in, but it does feel, I'm seeing it's correlating with the date that you are actually having maybe a Skype meeting or something like that. That's the date they're showing me at this point. But there is going to be a subject to do with home, okay, and where something's going. That's what's shown to me in the cards. Who is the next person, please? Who did I have? Who did I have? Can you have a personal energy checking, Giggle? Your person felt very close, Giggle. I'll tell you. Emmy Doll, Kerry B. Alex. Thank you, Alex. What would you like to know? General reading, please. Protect my energy. Okay, protecting your energy. What zodiac are you, Doll? You're very intuitive, okay? I'll tell you that. And it's a good thing, it is a bad thing. When we tune into things, we can directly attract it. Moon, okay? We're very on point with intuition. So I do feel your aura is very psychic in nature. And initially, when we're tuning into that, well, there you go, Pisces Sun. Initially, when you tune into that, it can be a little bit challenging in the first, we could say, it depends on how quick you develop. Do you know what I mean? When you get a vibration coming in that you don't like, what you need to do is breathe in and blow out. And it's almost like you're giving it the exorcism it needs and it doesn't exist. And I feel if you do that, the longer you go with this development of your psychic gift, it is very strong. So at times, yes, it can be very heavy. If you're tuning into anything that you don't like, tune out of it right away. And that's where you can actually build your psychic gift, but it's also how you can directly protect yourself so it doesn't come in. I do feel you are safer than you think. When it does come to a love interest, that person is going through a transformation. They're going through their own process. They're just doing it differently. They do get the vibe. But for some reason, there's a person they're having to deal with. Does that make sense? Hearing people shouting. Okay, so you got the moon, and I think trust your instincts. Be careful around the moon phases, because the moon phases can make you more susceptible. I'd say especially over the next, say, week. Because, you know, anytime we have a transit in Pisces, it's very psychic in nature because it's the 4D. So we've got the 3D, this earthly realm, we've got the 4D, and we have above the 5th dimension. But from a psychic perspective, we become very humanistic and then we go back up again. So when you're coming up and down, your lineage, you're clearing through your chakra systems. And so it's almost like we're in the matrix, but not off the matrix. You're clearing it, but you're upgrading really quick. I'd say just be always cautious near those moons and near any aspects to Neptune and Pisces. And that's going to protect you. So I'd smudge your house. You can use tourmaline and amethyst, and that's going to protect you. And just keep your fluid up over the next week. But, you know, if you need to, put salt at your door and it's going to protect you. Okay? Dawn. Dawn, you're a dag. Was it? Who was next? So Sally said, what? You can chuck it in PayPal if you want, Sally. You're a dag, whatever floats. It doesn't make any difference. Yeah, I was having a chat to Dawn today because we, on YouTube now, no matter where you are in the world, there is the paperwork that we have to fill out. And so I had to, the paperwork is so that a percentage between two countries with treaty kind of taxes we have to pay. So YouTubers have to pay taxes now to, oh God, he's calling. So filling this form out was a matrix. So I tell you, I was like, oh my God, you know, I'm in Australia. I can't read all this. So I had to do it twice. But anyhow, I got it done. So initially it was taking 30%. Now it's gone back to 5%. Yes, we're getting Sally's done. And Dawn. Yes, and then each section does take it, like YouTube also has commission. So there's portions where we give to be on the platform. Oh, Dawn. I think it must have been after our chat. You're reclaiming your power. You're like, I remember the affirmation I gave you, Dawn. Keep doing it. It's, I'm hearing a song, but I'm going to send it to you. I'm not going to get myself in more trouble on here. Okay, they are thinking about you, but you're in your power. You're in your... If you go to say to yourself, look, that person's got X, Y, and Z, and I don't have that, go, no, 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 it is. I am. Because I just think something in you changed where you were giving it away because you were second-guessing yourself, and I feel it's almost like you know it's... You're taking it back. You know, no, I am, and it is, and it shall be, and it is. You get my gist? It's reiterated. It's saying the same thing. Where you were doubting yourself, let it go. You're taking your power back. And I just keep hearing this song, but I'm not going to say it on here. It's too naughty. It's something to do with the intimate action. Ah, really? Oh, well, sometimes it depends on, look, it does happen, Alex, but don't stress about it. Sometimes it's divine timing. Yeah. It's hard at the moment, and especially with the astrology is preventing it until 2023. But you've just got to, it's like still say the same message, but go through the back door and you can get your message across. Just, I get what you're saying. I understand. Yes, I understand. But it is because the South Node's in Sagittarius. It'll loosen up. You know, by the time we have that eclipse in Sagittarius, it won't be so. And come on, we kind of should be excited. You know, certain Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, is going to be a bit of a shake-up. So, Dawn. Okay, I'm going to tell you flat chat, Dawn. Your intuition tuning into what the solution would be is blocking it. So, because we know there is a karmic person, you probably don't know you're doing this, but you're looking at it like a masculine does. You're looking like they would need to do this and then they would need to do that in order for it to be so. I also see if you let go of that, that situation will sort. Now, also from a financial point of view, again, that's another area, right? Thanks, Giggle. Tune out of that too. Because it's a protection mechanism. But it's protecting what you want. Does that make sense? It's empathizing. That's the best word I can say. You're empathizing, but it is that this is going to be resolved. Sally. Don't tune into it, okay? Because I'm telling you, it's right there, Dawn. The door's open. It's right there. Tune out of anything that to this point in your path has blocked you. Tune out of it. Because I'm telling you, it's so close. And you can literally alchemize it in 24 hours. Okay. Sally, where are you going? What's the going down, woman? What's happening? You're still trying to pay. You got me on my website anyway. Okay, I'm feeling is, why am I feeling something of a legality? Not that I can advise you legally. Astrologically, yes, and psychically, I can tell you what's coming through. You have the authority card. Wait a minute. Number one, I do feel you're moving. Point blank zero. Your aura is coming through saying you've had enough of where you are. Okay? It's almost like you thought the island was this, and now it's like you're regurgitating the island. You go, no, that's not enough for me. No. Okay? Because I also see your twin coming through in this reading, but I also see you are up to here with taking crumbs. Now, the taking crumbs, there could be a legal situation that comes up in that. When we say legal situation, it could be, I'm going to sign for a lease, or I'm going to, there's going to be a job coming. There's something shifting, but it's like you're taking the bull by, the horns, and you're like, I'm going to bloody have it. And it feels very much like you have had a gutful. You want more, okay? So that gutful is, you're like, no, this isn't enough for me. Separately, I am seeing there is a correlating energy of contradiction happening. Yeah, definitely. Tune out of the Karmic. They don't exist. They're on another planet. They're not there. They're not the blockage. They're not the power. They're not. No, nor are we. Let it go. The Karmic in your situation, Sally, I'm telling you, this is masculine. I'm hearing contradiction, okay? The contradiction is something is said. Something is said, a demeanor is coming through, and it's contradicting that of what they said. It's not going down too well. But it's also, I'm hearing liar, liar. I can't lie. So it's coming through in the body language. He's tempted, but he feels silly. Does that make sense? It's like he's feeling very controlled and stifled, and maybe has to, you know, cut himself out of a contract. But because you haven't enabled, it almost feels that he's actually more attracted to you. Right. But it's keeping him up at night at the minute, and I think it's because no communication has been there, and this is where now he's feeling piggy in the middle of his own situation. I feel that he knows in the heart of it he was avoiding something, avoiding the truth of what this situation is. I don't think they do it. I'm just going to, it sounds really odd, and I don't usually come out and just say it. But Sally, you're in Australia, okay? We just say it how it is. Okay, there's business. There's partner business. The partner business isn't happening, okay? And this is making it even worse. There's no partner business happening. Does that make sense? We've got the masculine, the Ace of Wands here in reverse. It's like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Okay, over here in past view, in current view, nothing's happening. Why? Moving over here, looking at your path. Yeah, a lot of psychological action. There's no action at home. But what Mercury retrograde and Libra is doing is getting them to fill their cup of what they feel is correct for them, what is going to be happiness for them. And what do they have in their heart? Regret of losing you. Okay? And they know if they stay, there's going to be more of nothing. Yeah. And you're just minding your own biz, right? I don't even feel any contact. Right? Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate it. She needs to go to bed and nurse her puppy. I'm sending white light to giggle. And those of you, especially Libras, I'd look after, you know, your pets and that, your health. Yeah, it's good. It's not a bad thing. It's actually going in your favour. Love and light. If any of you need to make a booking, you can go to the link below. Otherwise, we will be back here on Friday for the live for the Twin Flame update. I'll see you all then. Thanks, Giggle. I hope not. And if we did, speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, I can do it Friday. If I did miss you, comment in the comment box and I can do it on Friday for you. Love and light, guys.